So I realize that it's kind of late here. It's currently 10:30 Pacific time. So on a Friday night, people are either out partying or they're in another time zone and they're already in bed. So uh, yeah, let's go ahead and check out a few things. So currently, there's not really anyone on the server. It's myself and someone named A Tub or ATUB. I'm not sure. Um, so I just logged in a little while ago, and if you remember last time, there was a problem with one of my gunflowers, and so I went ahead and I fixed the gunflower. Let me go ahead and fly out here so you guys can see that. And let's see. All right, so it looks like I'm going out the top here. I wasn't planning on going out the top, but you can see that we do have another faction out here now, BES, the best. And so yeah, the server's pumping along. We're getting more players online, which is nice to see. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the center of mass there. Alright, so if we come over here, we can see the gunflower is now repaired, and we just had an update that fixed the lighting, so I can actually turn on my headlights and or spotlights, and you can see if there's already a bunch of light, then it's kind of hard to notice, but you can definitely notice that you lose some frames. So let's see. When I was repairing this gunflower, there was a problem, and basically I extended all the pistons and it started shaking like it was doing the funky chicken. So I'm not sure exactly what that was all about. So what I want to do is I want to go and take a look, because I also closed it up all the way and it started taking damage like it did before. So if that goes down, is that where I messed it up? Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and remove everything here on the bottom. I thought this was supposed to be here. Let me fly inside here real quick. Where's my entrance? Over here. So even though I've made quite a few of these, I often when I make them, sometimes forget exactly how it was. What I need to do is I really need to get a solid system here. So what I see is, well, we'll just go up to this one, I think. Here we are. So what we've got is 4 here along the bottom, and then the sideways. So I think what I need to do is start with just here and here. Alright, let's go take a look at that. Because when I close it up, it was hitting itself somehow, And so let's go see what's going on out there. Alright. So obviously I need to change these bottom ones. Now, maybe not even obviously. I really need to get some gravity out here that will work so I can stand instead of doing this, but alright. And since I'm not changing a whole lot, I'm just going to do it by hand. So there's that one. This one. Already full. Well, let's go ahead and place this down. Oops. Keep turning it the wrong way. Come on. There we go. And I'm going to make this the lighter color. And this way here I can at least get rid of some of the plates I'm carrying. clear this out here, and then I'm going to go ahead and just drop the... Great, I've already got too much weight. What all am I carrying? Oh, I must have already been carrying some. Okay, there's my welder. Let's go put some of these away. That should be good. Alright, here we go. Okay. So, again, there's nobody on the stream. I realize that I'm still really new to streaming, and with the time frame, don't really... I'm probably not going to get anybody watch it, but that's okay. One of the things that I do like about streaming here is I can transfer it straight over to YouTube without having to really do much in the way of editing. I've been kind of playing around with my editing system, trying to see if there's a way I can upload in 1080 from my regular recordings, and the problem with that is that it just takes so long to render. When I'm rendering 1080p, a 20-minute video takes, you know, more than an hour to render. And a 720p takes about 40. So 40 minutes versus an hour to an hour and a half. When I render at 720, I'm rendering at about 15 frames per second. When I do 1080, I'm rendering anywhere between 6 and 10, depending on what bitrate I choose. I did an 8 megabit rate, and that one I was processing less than 7 frames per second. So that was like an hour and a half. It's just too much, unless I get a dedicated system for that. I don't really see that as being a viable option. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else here got damaged, and then I'm gonna have this go down a little bit, and we're gonna see, did any of these get damaged? I thought it was just these. Okay, so I don't see any other damage. Okay, yeah, I did see a little bit there. Anything else? Nope. Okay. So I'm going to lower the main piston, and we're going to see how that looks. So, oops, let's go to satellite here, and this is Gunflower 2, the main piston. So let's drop this to 1 meter, and then we're going to reverse it. And as soon as I start that, it's already hitting things. Uh-oh, I think I know what it is. I think these are attached to... They're either attached to the piston, or maybe they are attached to the floor here, and they need to be attached to the other. I think I attached these to the piston, and I think that's why they're hitting. So let me go ahead and take a look and see if we can fix this. Because the other one, I'm going to make sure this one's attached to the floor, and of course I'm almost out of energy now because I'm flying. So let's go ahead and pull this off, because I think this is obviously what broke the piston last time, was the fact that it was hitting something. And you can see here that the piston took some damage. And let's see, was there the piston top there that was damaged as well? Can't quite see it from here. Yeah, the top piston part got damaged too. So I was barely able to get up in there. Alright, let's go ahead and get some energy, and we'll take a look and see where that's connected. Once I can get that done, then I'll go ahead and I'll start mining over here and getting everything taken care of. And let's see. Alright, so that's probably enough energy for right now. So let's go ahead and come down here, And if I tell you to place that there, is there a difference? It looks like I can place it either or, but I can't tell if it's the same position or not. I wish there was an easy way to tell. Well, let's go ahead and pull a little bit more of this off, and I'm just going to play with it here for a minute. I know I just put the slope on here, and that's usually the way things happen, is as soon as I put something up, I gotta take it down. So, but you know, honestly, I really do prefer playing in survival. I know that it makes things a lot more difficult, but that's just kind of what I like to do. So let's go ahead and get rid of some of this, and I want to go check my settings here and make sure that I am streaming at a high enough level, but let's see, will this tell me how long I've been streaming? I don't think it will. No. Okay. Well, maybe I'll check that here in a little bit. So let me go and pull these off, and see what happens. Maybe I'll move it all the way down and see where things line up, and see where it'll actually let me place the blocks. That could be what I did before. So it's been a while since I put those original ones up. So it looks like right now we've got two of the... Oh, what are those things called? The ships. I can't think of what they're called in the settings, but that's okay. Oh, heavy armor. Why you take so long? I know that it's got to be like, you know, realistic. That's what they're going for, is realism and all that. But I don't know. It just kind of seems like it would be nice if it took you less time to build and tear down your own stuff, just because it's yours and it's a game and not real life. I guess they can't really do that if they're trying to claim realism and all that, but I don't know, it just seems like it might be a nice thing to do. Alright. Let's go ahead and I'll take this one off. Man, maybe I should have brought my grinder out. It was kind of interesting because I hadn't been on actually for like 2 days, and just because I've been busy doing stuff, real life and all that. And so the interesting thing is my gunflower was actually floating right here. So it was still here, nobody had come and taken it, but if you remember last time, it was still somehow connected to power. So it probably what happened was during the server restart, during the after the last update, when the server restarted, it realized, oh hey, these things aren't really connected, so it lost power. It kind of made me think, because I lost another gunflower much earlier and when my ship blew up, and it just went floating off into space. And I was kind of thinking, what if I took something like that concept and basically made an orbital station so that it was actually moving, maybe like around my asteroid, or you know, if I made a base somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, because I know that you can use overrides for your thrusters and your gyroscopes, so that you can actually calculate an orbit for something to circle around, and then just go ahead and throw like a battery and some solar panels on it. I guess kind of like the private sail when it goes cruising through, because that one is solar powered. I'm sure it's got a battery or something inside, maybe a small reactor or something. I haven't actually captured one intact yet, so I honestly don't know. But I have gone up to them, and I know that they are solar powered. It seems like the hardest thing in capturing something like that is the fact that it's moving, and you have to turn your inertial dampeners off, and that's not really the problem. The problem for me was when I actually got inside of one of those private sales, and I was trying to hack into its control seat, and because I really couldn't match its velocity properly, and so I would keep like running into the chair and then bouncing off the chair and having to oh whoa, cool. And like having to try to match its speed and all this stuff, and after a couple of, probably like a minute of being bounced around in there, I ended up dying because, well, I just kept getting hit by the chair, which kind of sucked.